Good afternoon, gentlemen. How we doing, boys? Moore's Audio. Howdy, partner. General Alex Ramirez. Howdy, Tex. Well, howdy, pard. How y'all doing, man? It is Monday morning. We are going to talk about what happened on Saturday night at UFC Vegas 21. This is just my 2 cents. I appreciate y'all joining me. It is Monday afternoon now, actually, on the East Coast. It's going to be a race against the clock for me this morning or this afternoon, boys. I have to be somewhere. I have to leave at like 1:15, so I got to end the stream at like 1. So I'm going to buzz through this card as quickly as possible, stop where it is appropriate, and talk about some of the controversy. Some of there was some crazy, god damn, there were some knockouts on this card, dude. Jesus Christ, some motherfuckers. They didn't get knocked out. They got knocked the fuck out. Like Red, dude. Like Debo fucking sleeping Red style. Like knocked the fuck out. There were some come from behind knockouts. There were some instantaneous knockouts. There were some fucking almost knockouts. There were some late knockouts. It was just knockout central, dude. So we're going to talk about all of it. Some of them I called right. Some of them I thought I had right. And just I was completely wrong. I definitely got to eat a little bit of crow. But overall, I had a decent night. I went 7-4 and 2, I guess, with the no contests. There were 2 no contests. We're going to talk about that. One of them was controversial to me. One of them was not. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna try and go through as quickly as possible. You know, your boy is a rambling man. But we'll see how it goes, man. But I hope y'all are having a good Monday afternoon, morning, wherever in the fuck you are. But yeah, this is just my 2 cents. We're gonna talk about UFC Vegas 21 took place on this past Saturday night. Pull up the card here. We'll go in order. We'll go in some goddamn order. Okay, here we go. That's my terrible Boston accent. Okay. We'll begin at the beginning. Goodness gracious. Holy sakes amacious. I got this one right, but I did not think it would go like this. I thought it was going to be Matthew Semelsberger like grinding out a pretty clear decision, but did he ever erase any fucking doubts that he was the better fighter? Holy shit. And hey, shout out to the Maryland boy doing his thing, man. I ain't native to Maryland, but I'm in that area now. So shout out to the Maryland dude doing his damn thing, man. That's the hometown hero, man. So shout out to Semelsberger, Semi the Jedi. But yeah, I did write some notes down. Witt kept throwing this naked leg kick, and Semelsberger timed a counter overhand right, or it was kind of between a straight right and an overhand right. And it was over. Like the dude's head bounced off the canvas and his eyes were just like rolled back in his head. And it's funny, the follow-up ground and pound strikes kind of like woke him back up, kind of like brought him back to life. And he was like, oh, and he was like trying to wrestle the Tognani. But I give Chris Tognani, whatever, a lot of shit. I think he's one of the least good. I think he's one of the worst refs overall. But that was a great stoppage by him. He's like, no. He's out. Yeah. So that was a good stoppage by Tognani. Great statement by Semelsberger. Semi the Jedi, fucking lightsaber decapitating Jason Witt. Awesome win. Called that one. Called this next one too. By a coin flip, boys. By a coin flip. That's how little I cared to research this fight. That's how little I cared to look into it. It was just up to the gods, Charlie McDennis style. Flip a coin. The coin came down on Jin Frey, so I picked Jin Frey. And the MMA gods smiled upon your boy this time, showed me a little favor. Jin Frey got it done with her grappling. She held her own. She has a good left hook. So she landed that a couple times on DePaula, but DePaula was a little bit better of a striker, got the better of it, won the second round with her striking. But in the first and the third round, Junior Frey got takedowns. And man, she landed some nice ground and pound, and she's good on top, man. Junior Frey has good top control. And she landed heavy ground and pound and had rear naked choke attempts in the first and the third round. Like took her back pretty easily. But yeah, so 2-1, I had it for Junior Frey. I got lucky on that one. Flip of the coin. Came down favorably for your boy. So I started out 2-0. Ate a little crow on this next one, but I don't think it was the right decision. I think Courtney Casey won this fight, but JJ Aldrich defeats Courtney Casey by split decision. I gave the first round to Casey based on damage. Her combinations, she landed the right hand at will. She landed a nice elbow, nice body kick. When JJ took her down, JJ Aldrich landed exactly 0 strikes from the top position. Nunzo, zero. Casey was landing unanswered strikes from the bottom. She outstruck her 21-9. I gave Casey the first round. I gave JJ Aldrich the second round. I thought she won it with the takedowns and the ground control. But in the third round, I gave it to Casey. She outstruck her. She landed the harder shots. JJ Aldrich, again, did nothing with the takedown, and Casey got right back up and then had a late flurry that stole it for her, in my opinion. So, yeah, I gave it to Casey. I thought the wrong person won that fight. And let me say, I'm gonna touch on this again, but people have a war, and I don't have time to get into a debate with it. We can debate about this another day, but I don't have time to do it today because I want to get through all these fights. But to me, this is just my personal opinion. Mileage will vary. People will feel differently about this, but to me, if the wrong person wins the fight, it's a robbery. People have this like notion for some reason, and I don't understand it, that a robbery has to be a one-sided beatdown that somehow goes for the other person. That doesn't happen. One-sided beatdowns never go for the wrong person. They're always with close fights when one person clearly won and the other guy got it. But everyone can say, well, it was close. It was close. Yeah, I thought it was so-and-so one, but it was close. It was close. No. If the wrong fighter wins, the other one got robbed, in my opinion. That's just me. People feel differently about that. People are like, oh, well, it was close, but it wasn't a robbery. Okay, so it has to be just the most blatant, like, those don't happen, man. When someone gets beat down that bad, they usually don't ever get, like, you know what I'm saying? That usually never happens. Robberies are always in a close fight where the wrong fucking fighter wins. Every time. Every time. To me. But that's that. I'm going to get off my soapbox now for that one. I'm going to come back to it here in a second, but I'm going to get off it for now. Let's move on. But yeah, appreciate you guys being here. Big Moys. Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy? How you doing this morning? How's everything down there in South Florida? Shit. It's all right on the East Coast, man. It's all right up here in the Mid-Atlantic. No complaints, man. It's a nice day out, a little chilly. But let's move on down the card, shall we? Nasrat Haqparast comfortably beats Rafa Garcia. I'll tell you what, though, man. Rafa Garcia, good God, he's got a chin. That dude took some serious punishment because Nasrat can crack. Nasrat Haqparast has a heavy fucking left hand. Let me see what Jack said. Sub Jackie boy. North England in the building. Thought Casey was a robbery, but I can't say I thought Cape was a robbery and I ended up picking him. So that's fine. Like, if you say no, it wasn't a robbery, that's fine. If you just like, no, I disagree, it wasn't a robbery. I thought the other person won. What can you say? That's just your opinion. But to say like, oh, well, it was close, but it wasn't a robbery. If the wrong person won, then the other person got robbed. So if you're saying, well, I thought so-and-so won too, but it's close, so it's not a robbery, it is a robbery. If you watched the fight and you thought that the wrong person won, well, congratulations. That person got robbed. The person that didn't win got robbed if they should have won, in my opinion. What the fuck was that? I was like, what is that? But I highlighted my my shit accidentally. See, that's just I just disagree, Jimmy. Like, I think if you thought Cape won, then he got robbed. Because a robbery will never have, like, a one-sided beatdown, that's never going to end up being a robbery, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know it doesn't really make sense. I know we're just like, it's really just like we're having a little like debate over semantics. We're quibbling over semantics. It's a petty little debate, in all honesty, but that's just my opinion. I think that like people like try and paint robbery into a corner where only it's like this finite little like window, because if you get too far, then it's like you're not. I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. So for me, like, and this is just how I score them based on how I've interpreted the rules, because everyone will interpret those rules differently. I think the damage is the most significant scoring criteria. Like, if the round is pretty close, even if the guy has landed like 4 or 5 more strikes, if one dude did more damage and I saw more damage being done and one guy be affected by the strikes more or almost getting finished or something like that, I'm going to score that like higher than landing a couple more leg kicks or a couple more jabs. When it pretty much looks like the round's the same and you're like, ooh, I don't know who really won that, and one guy did something that stands out damage-wise that hurt the other guy, that's usually how I score the round. But, you know, it is what it is. People are always going to have different opinions. People are going to listen to what I'm saying right now and be like, dude, you're completely fucking full of shit. And that's fine. That's just how it goes. What's up, Spicy? Sorry, brother. It happens to the best of us, man. You get him next week, dog. You fucking get him next week. So anyway, that's just my little thoughts on that. But yeah, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it fucking was. But yeah, hack harass. I thought he got the better of Garcia. Hurt him. But dude, by the end of that fight, Garcia was fucking busted up. And if that had been a 5-round fight, he wouldn't have lasted. But he's tough. He's fucking tough because he took a lot of punishment from Nasrat Haqparast, who looked great, looked awesome. Looking forward to his next fight. Yeah, called that one. That was one of my more confident picks. I didn't see any way that he was going to lose that fight, not against a striker. If you're not like a really, really good kickboxer like Drew Dober, Nasrat Haqparast is probably going to knock you out or fuck you up. So yeah, I wasn't worried about that one at all. He looked great, got the job done. So yeah, congrats to Nasrat. But I got to eat crow in this next one, man. Man, Hani Yahya, that guy is relentless in trying to get the takedown. He's like Damian Maia. Like, he will get that fucking takedown at all costs. Whether he gets knocked out or not, he is going takedown or bust. It is takedown or bust for Hani Yahya. And you saw how fucking scrappy he was and determined he was to get that takedown, dude. Ray Rodriguez looked great on the feet. Early, I was like, oh, we got something, boys. Like, he's going to knock him out. He's going to fucking, like, he's going to shout out PSR, you know. And I was like, damn. And then Hani Yahya got it, man. But I got to give Yahya credit. He's so fucking good. He's so, like, smothering with his pressure. He just doesn't let you breathe until he's on top of you, choking you out. And, like, great grappling from Yahya. Got to eat the crow. Took a chance on Ray Rodriguez. Thought he looked great on the feet, but ultimately, like, he succumbed to the grappling prowess of Yahya. Oh, of course, man. He is because of his grappling. Like, if you can catch him, that's the thing. Yaya will lose to guys with really good takedown defense and heavy hands. If you can stop the takedowns, if you're a good anti-wrestler, you can knock Hani Yaya out. But if you can't stop a takedown, you're getting fucking choked, period. If you're fighting Hani Yaya and you can't stop a takedown, you're getting fucking choked, period, point blank. So I'm really going to have to look at that, man. I'm really going to it doesn't matter how good the guy is on his feet. Like, if the dude can't stop a takedown, he's going to get it. He's going to fucking get it and choke you out. Yes, I see Scott talking about something. I don't know. Rough matchmaking after getting subbed by Kelleher. I know, man. I know. Okay, moving on. Appreciate y'all being here. 5 people in the building. Got the West Coast in here. Got South Florida in here. Got the UK up in this myth. Got fucking Norway up in this myth. All right. Charles Jourdain. Knockout. Marcelo Hoyo. Great for that. Great performance. Charles Jourdain. His look great for that, baby. His all the times kick. His all the times move out of the way for that, baby. His all the times land the right hand, land the elbow every time. Dude, he looked awesome. Charles Jourdain looks great. He look, Marcelo Hoyo is a good fighter. The dude's tough. He can take a shot. He's a good striker. And he landed some heavy, heavy strikes on Charles Jourdain. And Jourdain was able to weather the storm. I thought Jourdain showed some heart in this fight. I thought he showed determination, good fight IQ, and he listened to his coaches, man. His coaches, like, asked him, they're like, do you want to be a champion? And he said, yes, I want to be a champion. I want to be a champion. Between round 2 and 3, he said, I want to be a champion. And he went out and he showed it. You can say it all you want, but as everyone knows, actions speak louder than words. He went out there and he proved to his coaches and himself that he wanted to be UFC champion, because that's how you do it. You go out there and you finish motherfuckers. You sub them or you knock them out. You get that bonus, and then that's how you climb the ranks. So he went out there in a fight that he was winning, and he put a fucking stamp on it. He hurt him bad and did not let him off the hook. Excellent, excellent finish from Charles Jourdain. The dude is legit. Charles Jourdain is legit. I tell you what, man, like, if you're not, he's got some pop, man. He's got some fucking power in his hands. And as much as he kicks, dude, that's like that's both. So you're in trouble, because what Charles Jourdain does really well is he goes from kicking range to punching range like that. He's an outfighter. He's using lateral movement, circling around the cage, and then all of a sudden he goes and he's kicking the whole time. He's throwing fucking body kicks. He's throwing fucking roundhouses. He's throwing teeps. He's throwing all that shit, low kicks. But then he goes into punching range like that, and it's usually with something really fucking solid. And that's dangerous, man. If you struggle dealing with an outfighter and you're like chasing an outfighter, dude, that kind of style will fuck you up, man. Because he just leaps in with counters when guys overcommit. That is really, really dangerous. And that's going to win him some more fights, man. So, because Marcelo Hoyo is tough, and he waded through the storm a couple of times and cracked Jourdain. And like I said, Jourdain showed that he can take a punch, and he can not only put on a good performance, but he can finish the fight. So I loved what I saw from Charles Jourdain. Excellent win, excellent finish. Glad I went with him. Looking forward to his next fight. That's fucking interesting, man. That's fucking interesting. Okay. Angela Hill. I felt good about this one too, man. I like I'm sorry. This is going to sound really disrespectful, but Ashley Yoder is not very good. I'm not going to say she sucks, but she's just not very good. Like, she throws these weak ass, like half ass strikes. You can tell she's really only trying to get the takedown to get some sub from her back. She's just kind of like she's just a half ass fighter. And honestly, dude, if she wasn't cute, I really think the UFC would have cut her by now. Like, let's be honest. Like, she's easy on the eyes. She's got the quirky little spider monkey thing, but like, she's not very good, dude. She's fucking 8-7. But everyone says, "Oh, look who she's fighting." She's not very good, dude. That is like I'm telling you, if she didn't look good, if she didn't have all like the neon like cornrows and shit, like she would be gone already, dude. She would be gone already. Angela Hill showed why she's the better fighter. I was pretty certain that I wasn't going to see anything from Ashley Yoder that I hadn't already seen, and I said that in the breakdown. I did call this one. Ashley Yoder is the same fucking Ashley Yoder she has always been. Some people try to say that she was like improved. She's like a much better fighter. No, she's not. She is what she is. She is what she's always fucking been. A half-ass jiu-jitsu chick. That gets her ass beat by real fighters. She can sub people that are less skilled in jiu-jitsu and don't have as good submission defense. But when she comes up against a real fighter, she always gets her ass kicked, man. It was such a pathetic effort from Yoder. Like, she's just not a very good fighter, dude. She's cut. She's cut city, man. I'm telling you, it is only because of her looks. That is the only reason she's still. She has a terrible record. She's not a very good fighter. Like, she just get the fuck rid of her, man. I'm sick of seeing. I'm sick of seeing Ashley Yoder in all these big spots. Like, I'm sick of seeing Ashley Yoder on main cards and like headlining prelims. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. You're not very good. Get your ass to OnlyFans or get the fuck out of here, dude. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. Like, Hill is what she is, but I saw an improved enough version of Angela Hill that if she beat Ashley Yoder the first time and Ashley Yoder's still pretty much the same fighter, that was kind of an easy pick to me, man. I didn't have to think, but all I had to do was like the second it took for my brain to process who was fighting who, and I said, "Oh yeah, Angela Hill for sure." But yeah. So I did pretty good on the prelims. I went 5-2 on the prelims. Now, this one here. Eric Anders versus Darren Stewart ends in a no contest. Give me a second here, because I'm gonna get into this one. I'm gonna get into this motherfucker. Because there's no consistency in the UFC, man. There's no consistency with these rules. There's no consistency with the regulations. There's no consistency between the refs. They're all just playing their own fucking game. There's no consistency with any of this shit. You said it, Jack. You said it right there. That's my problem right there. I'm a huge Petr Yan standboy, but I'm not going to sit here and defend what Petr Yan did. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't intentional. Because I said on my last stream, I think that it was intentional. I think he went, I don't give a shit. You're right here in front of me. You're a wounded animal, and I'm a fucking apex predator. Boom! I think that's exactly what he did. And I think that's exactly what Eric Anders did too. I'm not here to tell you that Petr Yan should have been given a no contest. I'm not here to tell you that. I'm not here to tell you that Petr Yan should have been given a no contest. You have to DQ him. He threw the knee on purpose. So did Eric Anders. How are you going to say that that was accidental? They weren't in the middle of an exchange. They weren't flurrying at the same time. The knee just came out. It could not have been more obvious that Stewart was a grounded opponent and Anders just boom, same thing as Petr Yan. But everyone's trying to say, oh, well, not everyone, but some people are trying to say, oh, well, you know, Petr Yan heard from his corner and Mark Smith told him that he was grounded. Okay, so every time someone is grounded, if they don't hear it explicitly from the ref, they're what? What then? I don't mind Mark Smith DQing Petr Yan. Let me say that for the record. Okay? I'm a Petr Yan standboy. He's going to knock Aljo the fuck out in the rematch. I'm not worried about it. Petr Yan threw that knee on purpose because he's a vicious-ass motherfucker, and he don't give a fuck. Okay? That's what I think. I think Petr Yan threw that knee on purpose because he's a vicious-ass, merciless motherfucker. But you cannot tell me that that knee was fucking accidental from Eric Anders, because it wasn't. He fucking threw it on purpose. He knew Darren Stewart was grounded. So for her to just be like, no contest. Yeah, no, that was just a nice little, he didn't really mean to, because I didn't tell him explicitly. He didn't really mean to throw that knee. So yeah, that's a nice little accidental no contest. But we'll change the hands. We'll let the belt change hands. But we can't DQ your boy Eric Anders. That's fucking bullshit. Fuck that shit. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like I said, you have to DQ Petr Yan. I'm a big old Petr Yan standboy, but you have to DQ him. He threw the fucking knee on purpose. So did Eric Anders. You have to DQ him. You can't give him a no contest for that, man. You literally just you literally just snitched on yourselves, dude. You just snitched on yourselves, and you realized that what happened last week should have been a no contest. But you can't take it back, so you can only try and, now we're setting the example that when this knee is thrown, clearly intentionally, how are you going to fucking say that that was an accidental knee? How are you going to fucking say that that knee was unintentional? Oh, it just came out. It just came out. That's that Alabama intelligence for you. That's that fucking Alabama intelligence for you. So either Eric Anders is a dumbass, non-reading, non-thinking, non-educated motherfucker, or he threw the fucking knee on purpose. It's the latter. Anders ain't that stupid. He fucking threw the knee on purpose. You have to DQ him. You're going to DQ Petr Yan and let the title change hands, but you're not going to DQ your boy Eric Anders. They knew they fucked up, and they snitched on themselves. That's what I say. I disagree because, like I said, I think he just fucking threw the motherfucker on purpose. Like, of course, I don't want the belt to change. I want it to be a no contest. I would love for them both to be no contests. But if I'm being 100, if I'm keeping it $1.50, if I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I'm saying 2 cents. You know what the truth is here. You know what should really happen. If I'm searching my feelings and knowing them to be true, they both should have gotten a DQ. That's just what I think. But I think that rule is bullshit. I think it's a little pussified rule, and I think it encourages people doing what Aljo and Darren Stewart did. And I don't hear anybody crying for Darren Stewart. You know, what the fuck is up with that, man? I don't hear anybody fucking weeping for Darren Stewart. But we gotta all get behind poor little Aljo. We gotta get behind poor little Aljo. But yeah, I haven't heard one person say poor Darren Stewart. And I'll be honest with you. Darren Stewart, I'm going to say this for the record right now. Darren Stewart was more hurt by Eric Anders' knee than Aljamain Sterling was hurt by Petr Yan's. Let me repeat that for anybody that just fucking joined me. That reaction from Darren Stewart was more authentic than the reaction from that fake-ass motherfucker Aljamain Sterling. Eric Anders is a huge fucking dude, and he drilled him with that knee. I mean, he drilled him. And Stewart was fucked up from that, man. That fucked Darren Stewart up. He actually wanted to continue, but he was fucked up. The doctor's like, nah, dude, nah. Like, man, no, dude. Nah. He's like, walk to me? Nah. I don't think so. Dude, he was really, really dazed. Aljamain Sterling is a phony-ass, fake-ass motherfucker, and he is getting knocked the fuck out. But, nah, dude. That knee from Eric Anders hurt Darren Stewart a lot more than the knee from Petr Yan hurt Aljamain Sterling. Yep. It's always something like that. Yeah, I don't get that. Why can you clench someone's head and bash that head? Yeah, exactly. You clenched up. You can literally drive their head down into your knee. You know? On the ground, you can take your fucking elbow and smash it into someone's face. That position, that just encourages stalling, man. Because it's not realistic fighting. It's really not realistic fighting. No one in a fight, no one would put themselves in that vulnerable. The only reason they put themselves in that vulnerable of a position is because they know the guy can't do anything with it. They know the guy can't knee them because that's clearly the most obvious move. Someone is down there on their knees right in front of you. You're fighting them. The knee is the most obvious thing to throw. It just is. It's right there. Boom. But nah. No, he's grounded. No, he's not protected. Oh, you gotta protect him now. It's not dangerous now, but it's dangerous now. It's not dangerous for him now, but it's dangerous now. It's a bullshit rule. They need to fucking change it, man. It is a bullshit, pussified rule. This is not like I thought we were beyond this, man. I thought we were past this. I thought we were past this John McCain, this is human cockfighting shit. Nah, man, this is a sport with professional athletes that have careers and families and all this shit on the line. This isn't some fucking old conservative fucking bullshit. Nah, man, this is 2021. This is 2021. Fuck all that shit. And I don't mean conservative like liberal. I mean conservative like in the literal sense, like not politically speaking. I mean like conservative, old-fashioned, like, oh, this is too violent. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I'm not political. I'm apolitical. But yeah, that's just pussified. It's pussified. It's like you're literally like encouraging people to be like, well, like, oh, it's a beg for your life. It's a Ric Flair beg for your life position. Except Ric Flair would, give him the nut punch. But it's literally like, no, don't hurt me. I'm on my knees in front of you, right in front of you. I'm lined up for you to knee me right in the face, but I have my hand on the ground, so please don't hit me. Please don't knee me. It's fucking whack, dude. It's fucking whack, man. But you can do all these other, but that's the thing, is like you can do all these other strikes to the temple. How often is there like, do we actually see serious damage from a knee to a grounded opponent? Like, people get slept so much worse than that. And like, okay, take this for example. The knee that Petr Yan landed and the knee that Eric Anders landed. How were those two strikes any more dangerous than let's say, what were some devastating knockouts? I'm pretty sure more damage was done to Jason Witt by that Matthew Simmelsberger right hand than that illegal knee. Even though I will concede that illegal knee fucked him up. I'm pretty sure that more overall damage was done to Gavin Tucker by getting slept by Dan Ige and having the back of his head bounce off the back of the canvas. The back of your head is like the weakest part of your head. The back of your head is like the weakest part of your skull. So that's more damage than, I'm sorry, that's more damage than those knees. If you're assessing risk of damage, all this other shit is equally as dangerous. Exactly. You're just like you're just splitting hairs here, Donnie. Exactly. We're just getting to the point where we're just splitting hairs because like you're literally getting into like you're ignoring all these other devastating, brain damaging, CTE inducing strikes, but you're focusing on this one thing that could like, and everything, all of this other shit is happening. All these devastating knockouts. We're like, no, but this needed, this grounded the boner and get it up. And it's fucking pussified. It's pussified shit, man. Nikki. But yeah, that shit got on my nerves, man. They were both illegal knees. They should have both been DQ'd, and that rule needs to be changed. That rule needs to be changed. That's my thoughts on it. But what about knees? Okay, what about this? Okay, but they literally put themselves in that position. Like if that wasn't a rule, all right, so just humor me on this one, show. If that wasn't a rule, no one would ever put themselves in that position. Will you at least agree with me on that? Can we at least find some middle ground there? Like if that wasn't a rule, if it wasn't a rule that you couldn't knee a grounded opponent, would any fighter get on their knees and put themselves in a position like that? No fucking way. No fucking way. So those knees, like those, if that rule wasn't there, those scenarios would never be there because those fighters would never put themselves in that position because it's way too vulnerable of a position. That's where I'm coming from. It's a stupid rule because that will never be there. Like that strike, if they change the rule and fighters realize, oh shit, if I'm in this position, I'm going to get fucking drilled with a knee, they're never going to put themselves there. That's kind of like, that's just kind of where I'm at with it. They're all like, all those strikes are dangerous. All of them are devastating to the brain. Like some of those ground and pound strikes, dude, they're fucking vicious. Like it's just, I don't know. It's just, I have a hard time believing that single strike, which has not, there's like, what evidence is there to show that those strikes are any more dangerous than these other ones that sleep people and knock them completely the fuck out? I just haven't seen it. That's where I'm at with it. What's up, Smiths? What's up, boys? 10 people in the building, man. What's up, man? Glad to see y'all. Having a nice little debate here. Having a nice little healthy debate about this rule. You know, there's always a lot of different sides to this shit, man. But that's just my perspective. I think it's a pussified rule. I think it, like, you have all this other super dangerous shit, all these other incredibly devastating strikes, and like that kind of shit just encourages that kind of behavior. It encourages that kind of tactic. Like if say, okay, we're making a grounded opponent. But show they wouldn't, dude. You really think that if they made, like, say if they made that strike, if they made it legal, like you can knee a grounded opponent. Say you can knee a grounded opponent. You think anyone will ever get down on one knee and one hand in front of Francis Ngannou? Absolutely not. Absolutely. I think that rule encourages people to put themselves in that position. But we just saw it from Eric Anders. And it didn't, you know what I mean? It was a bad knee, but it didn't knock Darren Stewart out. That's my point. I'm not saying that those strikes aren't dangerous, but they're no more dangerous. No one has been able to tell me what the evidence is that those knees are more dangerous than any other strike. Because I'm seeing some strikes that are putting completely, like I said, you can't tell me, you can't really make a good argument that Eric Anders' knee was more devastating than what Witt went through or what Tucker went through, because both of those guys got their senses separated from them. Both of those guys got concussions, and both of those guys got the back of their head bounced off the canvas. And I guarantee you they're more damaged than that knee that Eric Anders threw. And I agree with what Smith just said. It's a public perception. No, this is a good debate, man. It's a good debate. This is just my perspective. It's like the same. It's just public. It's the same. We're just doing. I thought we were past this point, though. I thought we were past the like, this looks scary. That looks dangerous. I thought we were beyond that. It's normal. It's normal. It's normal. It's normal. But okay, I gotta get to the rest of these. What's the evidence in the UFC? Okay, what about when someone's against the fence and they frame off and they knee? What about Alistair Overeem KOing Mark Hunt? Yeah, then we should ban knees altogether. What about Alistair Overeem KOing Mark Hunt face first? With a legal knee. Yeah, if the knee's too dangerous, then just ban them altogether. Okay, now we're on to some more controversy. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Out of the frying pan and into the fire. Here we go. Matias Nikolaus somehow defeats Mannell Copp by split decision. Again, another one where it's just the robbery thing, like, yeah, having a little debate here about the rules. But I will table it for the time being because I do want to get through the rest of these fights. I do have to eat some more crow, and then I gotta go because I gotta get the car taken care of for this move coming up. Gotta get the car serviced, and that's at 1:30. So I gotta get going. Okay, I thought Nikolaus won the first round. I thought Copp won 2 and 3. The third round was close, and then I thought Copp stole it with the knee. And the strikes that I felt were more devastating. Like, let's see what Smith said. I felt that the strikes that were more devastating in the third round belonged to Mannell Copp. That's why I gave him the second round too. He outstruck him statistically. I thought he did more damage. I gave Copp 2 and 3. And again, like, it's one of those, like, where's the window for the robbery? Because it just seems like people paint, it's almost like it doesn't exist. Because ultimately, no one ever agrees. No one ever agrees on anything. So you can always be, well, somebody was close. Like, it was clear that Mannell won that fight. Even in a close fight, it was clear that he did more in the third round. I haven't heard anyone give me a real good argument because everyone's like, well, it was close, but yeah, Mannell landed the knee, but it was close. It's like, you just acknowledged that something stood out to you when it was a close round. What stood out for Nikolaus that was worse than that? That was the most significant point in the round in a close round. Why are you going to give Nikolaus that round? It just doesn't make sense, but whatever. It is what it is. But if you're pulling someone's head down to your knee, it's the same thing. Yeah, we're just gonna agree to disagree on this one, show. That's all right though. I got nothing but love for you, brother. But yeah, we're just not gonna see eye to eye on this one. I can see the argument on that fight, the Casey fight. Now I can see case for argument of a robbery. Yeah. So to me, this is again a robbery. To me, a fight that is so one-sided will never be a robbery. I hear this all the time. It was close. I thought the other person won, but not a robbery. Then it's a robbery. If the wrong person won, it's a robbery. If you watch the fight and you know, and you're a smart person and you know who won, and the wrong person got the decision to say, oh, well, I thought the other person won. It was close. No, you just saw a robbery. You saw a robbery. I agree that he's a fade against like, yeah, he's not very busy. He's just not busy enough. Yeah, I can't argue against that. He's definitely not busy enough. There's no doubt about it. But yet and still, like I thought he did more in the second and third round. I just haven't heard a real strong case for Nikolaus. You know what I mean? I just haven't heard a real strong case for it. Yeah, Jack and Show still going at it. Y'all are welcome to have it out in the chat. Nice little debate there. Okay, man. Okay, you want to talk about someone that won their fight, but is definitely a future fade. Oh man, I gotta give him credit though. I gotta eat the crow here, boys. Davey Grant comes back and knocks Jonathan Martinez the fuck out. Damn it, boys! Congratulations to Davey Grant. I tell you what, man, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Davey Grant is a good dude. He's a little bit of an older fighter, but he's tough, he's gritty, and he's got some serious power in his hands. So congratulations to Davey Grant. God damn. Martinez was looking so good too, man. He fucking dropped him in the first round. I was like, oh, this shit's over, man. This is going to be it. So, yeah, I think it's fair to say that Davey Grant is a glass cannon. And the cannon is real. But I think that's fair to say. I think it's fair to say that Davey Grant is a glass cannon. Because if you land something clean on him, he's going to go. And this is the problem with winning that fight. It's not a bad problem to have, but it's going to be a problem for him is that Jonathan Martinez was a good little prospect. So he's going to have to fight up again. So what's going to happen then? What's going to happen when he comes up against a good striker with experience? You know what I'm saying? That this got better defense. Because, man, he's not predictable, but like he does like to throw that combo, that right hook to the body, left hook upstairs. And he's a southpaw, so it's a rear left hook, so it has even more power behind it. But he cleaned his clock, dude, like clipped his chin because he wings it, man. Like, that's the thing. He wings those shots so he can get caught in between. But, dude, if you're just sitting there playing rock'em sock'em, Davey Grant will put your fucking lights out because he has a lot of power. But like I said, he's going to be a future fade to me, especially if they put him up against a good striker that has good takedown defense, because he's a grappler and that has like boxing skill. But he's kind of got a bit of a dodgy chin too. So if it's a devastating striker or a really good striker, I'm going to be looking to fade Davy Grant. But I got to give him credit, man. He's a really good dude, family man. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. So I will happily eat the crow for Davy Grant. Like I said, really happy for him. Good dude. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Congrats to Davy Grant. Happy to eat the crow. But there would be crow no more for TC. It is nothing but shit talking and a little bit of gloating from here on out. So let me take this time. Sup, dude? Sup, Mac? What's going on, man? Smack by the Mac in the building. Check him out on his channel. I believe it's Smack by the Mac on YouTube. I believe that's the name of the channel. But yeah. God, Jack. Well, Jack got jokes today, boy. Shit, everybody saying what's up? What's up, Noah? Shit, man, we got everybody in here, dude. Max up in here, Noah. What's up, dudes? Shit, about to repack this chalice with some ice cream cake and get into a little shit talking. Because these next couple, they were pretty sweet. And I gotta say, I didn't call this one exactly because the man kind of just damn outdid himself. But I'll tell you what, goddamn, I did call the correct winner and the correct method of victory. Gavin Tucker gets one punched by Dan Ige. A beautiful Gyakuzuki Jodan, straight punch, straight reverse punch, right to the face, cleaned his clock. I did not think it would go down that quickly. No way did I think it would go down that quickly. But I did say it was a mismatch. I did say that Ige was at least a level above Tucker. It just is what it is. I called that one, though. I definitely fucking called that one. Definitely. Well, Smiths. Yay. I love that, man. Hey, man, that tickles me to death, dude. That fucking warms my heart, brother. That warms my heart. Hey, let it be never said. Hey, Smith's MMA betting is a man of honor, and let it never be said that he doesn't take accountability. Good man, Smith. Good man. I didn't think it would go down like that, but I did say he would knock him out. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it would go down like that, dude. But I mean, that was a kind of I hate to say, but that was kind of an easy read. Like, that was one I did not have to tape it at all. Like, I'd seen the last couple fights from Tucker. I'd seen the last couple fights from Ige. I saw the level of competition they'd both be fighting. And it's just like, dude, he went 5 rounds with Calvin Kattar. Like Tucker had trouble with Justin James. So that was like, yeah, it was kind of an easy one, an easy pick. Like, and I don't think that Tucker is bad. Tucker will still win some fights. Gavin Tucker will still win some fights, but he's just not quite on that. He's not quite in that top 15. He's like right outside the top 15. He's like top 25 to 15, I would say. He's probably more like 25 to 20. But man, I mean, that just shows you the levels. That fight was really just like a level shower. James versus Kattar, God. I mean, Calvin Kattar does not need to be anywhere near the octagon for a good hot minute, dude. He took a lot of punishment. A lot of punishment from the homie Max. Goddamn. But yeah, Dan Ige gets it done in a matter of seconds. Devastating knockout. Never thought it would happen that quickly. But I did call that one a little bit. So yeah, that was a good feeling. Whoa, sometimes I get a good feeling. So now this one. Motherfucking Superman span. Now, I'm not going to gloat too bad on this one. I'm just happy about this one. This one was a 50-50 to me because of how dangerous Serkinov was and is. Misha Serkinov's a dangerous fucking fighter. Super legit submission artist. Super legit judoka. Heavy-handed. He's a bad motherfucker. But I knew that power of Ryan Stan would make it a 50-50. So I took a chance. I was not 100% confident about this one. I'm not going to sit here in front like, oh yeah, dude, I knew Spam was going to knock. No, dude, you can go back on that weigh-in reaction stream that I did after the weigh-ins. I was sketched out about that pick. I'm glad I stuck with it, but I was sketched out about that. I was like, I was going with Stan before that, but now I'm just like, God damn, he missed weight. I don't know. But I had a feeling, man. I had a fucking gut feeling, and I'm so glad that I stuck with it, boy. This is why I always say, for me, what usually works more often than not is trusting my instincts. Sometimes I get burned, but more often than not, it comes through. And it did in this one, man. Dude, I was so fucking happy. I was pissing Lady 2 Cents off, man. She was just like, because I was singing the fucking Superman theme song. I was going back and like watching the instant replays, and I was like syncing up the theme song with him, like, you know, cracking Serkinov, like just fucking like crushing him, dude. It was so awesome, man. The power of Krypton, baby. That fucking right hand. So what happened was Misha threw a jab, and Span had been throwing this all night. He'd throw the jab and then the left hook right behind it. So it's like with the same arm, jab, left hook, 1-3, 1-3. And what he did was he was setting it up. He threw the 1-3, got hit with the jab, and threw the 1-3, but then he put a 2 behind it. He put the fucking Kryptonian right hand behind the left hook, and it flattened Serkinov. I don't know how he didn't go out right then, but somehow, dude, very wisely, Span led him back to his feet. And then he stepped in and cracked him with an overhand left, actually. Ryan Stan is a bad motherfucker, dude. Ryan Span. Excuse me. That was a fucking Freudian slip because I'm definitely standing Ryan Span this week. It's on my Twitter profile, in case you're interested. At J_my2cents. But yeah, he has power in both hands, right hand and left hand, and he's a good striker, man. He puts it together a nice combination. He really does, dude. I'm not going to say he's a glass cannon, but he can be hurt and he can be knocked out. He gets fucked up with elbows in these situations where he's trying to get takedowns. Like it happened to him against Roberson and against Johnny Walker. But when he's just standing at range, he's fucking dangerous, dude. Like really, really dangerous. if you watch him, man, just the way he throws his combos, you can just tell he's a seasoned striker. You can just tell, man. And I'm really looking forward to what they give him next. Is like, dude, hey, you can say what you want. Yeah, Nogueira's an old fuck, but Nogueira can box. He fucking boxed up Nogueira and knocked him out. He fucking boxed up Serkinov and knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude is not to be trifled with. Yeah, I don't know what his ceiling is, but god damn, light heavyweight is awesome right now, dude. You can't tell me nothing about light heavyweight, dude. Nothing. That division is fucking sick right now, boys. Light heavyweight is fucking dope. Dope as fuck. I love it. I love light heavyweight. Ryan Spann, fucking Magomed Ankalaev, Yuri Prohaska, Jimmy Crute. Man, they coming up, dude. Light heavyweight is getting real sick. I fucking love it. And you still got Glover. You still got Volkan. It's a sick division, man. Sick division. Boom. Yep, I wasn't confident enough. Hey, everyone got to give it up to Show, man. Show put his money where his mouth was on that one. He smashed that line on Spann, and that fucking he said, "What's up, Misha?" He's a bad motherfucker, man. Ryan Spann clips you with that right hand. You're gonna be hurt. You're gonna be really fucking hurt. So yeah, I mean, oh man, dude, that fucking, I cannot wait. These matchups, man. Oh, these matchups they're making. Reyes and Yuri. God, dude, they're so awesome. They're all these kickboxers, dude. They're like these like fast, strong kickboxers, and they're like on the younger side too, man. Like a lot of them are like on the right side of 35, and it's like, dude, it's light heavyweight is sick. It is going to be knockout city at 205 this year, boys. All these contenders are coming up, and there's no choice. They have no choice but to just match them up, but to put them in. It's basically like a tournament right now. And Jan is the champion. Like, they're so like competitive. All the matchups are so competitive, man. Because you look at Rakic too. Rakic, Yuri, and Volkan, or Rakic, Volkan, and Reyes, right? Rakic, Volkan, and Reyes. They all have a triangle of wins and losses over each other. So they're all about on the same level, more or less. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really competitive, a really exciting division because they're all strikers, dude. Like, all the contenders at 205 are fucking kickboxers. It's awesome, dude. I fucking love it. I love it, man. But yeah, my boy Ankalaev. My boy Ankalaev is coming for them all, though. Whoever your boy is at 205, Magomed Ankalaev gonna knock him out. Whoever he is. Ankalaev is the truth. He's the future champion. He is waiting in the shadows to pounce. He can grapple. He can strike. Unless your name's Paul Craig, you ain't catching us. Paul Craig is so fucking. Paul Craig might be the most dangerous fighter off of his back. Seriously, who's a more dangerous fighter from their guard than Paul Craig? Ooh, dude. Damn. Dude, that's a tough fight for my dude Volkan. But if Volkan lands on him, hey, Spann can be put out, man. And if there's one thing Volkan has, it's fucking power. If there's one thing, I mean, dude, these are like, I'm telling you, man, these are like superhero kickboxing matches. They really are, dude. They're like, light heavyweight has always been my favorite division. I don't know why. Maybe because, like, I don't know. Maybe it's because if I was ever, in another life, if I had, tried to pursue a fighting career, I would have fought at 205. Maybe that's why, I don't know, subconsciously. But I've always liked 205 more than any other division, and it's coming back. It's finally getting good again. It's finally getting really good again. But we now move on. I'm going to wrap this up in a few minutes, but got to get this one out there. Unfortunately, very unfortunately, Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad ends in a no contest. You guys know what happened, so I won't waste your time with that. Devastating eye poke. It is what it is. So this is what I'll say about what happened. I'll just give you my opinion on everything that happened. Quickly, and then I'm going to smash out. I think the eye poke was accidental. It was absolutely real, but Bilal Muhammad was not faking that. His eye was really fucked up. I think it was definitely accidental. But I just don't think there's any way Bilal Muhammad was going to win that fight. And to be brutally honest with you, can we all keep it 100% real at the same time? Bilal Muhammad was goddamn lucky to get that fight. Because other than something like that happening, there's really no universe where beating Diego Lima gets you a shot against Leon Edwards. Considering what Leon Edwards has had to go through and the matchups that they were trying to put in front of him, Muhammad was really, really, really lucky to get that shot. And I don't blame Edwards at all for not wanting the rematch. He didn't really deserve the fight in the first place. He was going to get his ass whooped anyway. And I don't see why he should be forced to rematch him. Do you really think that Bilal Muhammad would have got if he was anything other than a late replacement? There is no fucking way that Bilal Muhammad would have gotten a Leon Edwards fight. No way, Jose. What's up, Mills? MMA. Hey, Mills, I forgot to shout you out at the end of my stream, man. I'm really fucking sorry. So let me do it right now. I want to thank Money Mills, MMA Locker Room, that man right there. I want to thank him for joining me on my stream last Friday, I believe. It was the first time I'd ever had Mills on stream, and I was shouting everybody that came on stream at the end, and it slipped my mind, man. So I'm sorry. Thank you for joining me. You're welcome anytime. I'm about to end this stream, but if you want to join me again on Friday, I'll be at it again, probably around the same time. But shout out to Mills. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, and unfortunately, boys, I got to wrap this up here in like a minute. But that's where I'm at. Like, it sucks. It's unfortunate. Like, Leon should not have to take that rematch. Like, the dude is. It was a mismatch. Honestly, it was a mismatch, and if that had never happened, like if he wasn't a late replacement, there's just no way he would have gotten a Leon Edwards fight. So yeah, I think Wonder Boy or Usman or the Usman rematch, because Burns and Colby don't have strong cases because they both got knocked the fuck out. It was a long time ago that he fought Leon. Leon's a better fighter. I think that's a better fight right now than a rematch with Colby. I think the rematch with Colby would go the exact same way or worse, because I think Usman's a better striker working with Whitman. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'd like to see Leon either get Wonder Boy or Usman, and something else. I don't think Bilal should have to drop off that much from Leon, but let's just be real. Like, he was lucky to get that. He was lucky to get that fight. Yeah, that's where I'm at. So I ate the crow where need be. If you need to rewind and see for yourselves, but yeah, I did pretty decent. I went 7-4-2. I'll definitely take that over a negative ratio. So yeah, not bad. But I'll be back on Thursday to preview this next week's fight card. I won't be doing the radio show with my wife until we get settled into this new place, which will be in a couple weeks. So Thursday will now be preview for the fight card coming up the next weekend. But Anyways, that's it for this one. Thank you, boys, for coming through. Appreciate y'all. Money Mills, Jack Attack, Big Show Picks, Noah, Dry Spicy, The General, Moy's Audio, Smith's MMA Betting, Smack by the Mac. Y'all the shit, man. If I miss anybody, damn it, I apologize. But I've got to get rolling. I'm running behind, of course. It's the story of my life. But y'all are the shit. And yeah, this has been just my 2 cents. And I'll be back tomorrow. Catch y'all then. Peace.